I want to introduce Dorianne St. Fleur into the conversation. She's a career expert. Dorianne, so how do you help women find work in the workplace currently?
Yeah, so I help women, particularly women of color, master their storytelling, their personal branding, their networking skills so that they can not only land their dream job, but thrive in their dream job once they get there.
Well, Dorianne, kudos to you. I'm so impressed with what you're doing. I mean, your job as a career planner and counselor, I mean, it's right up there with teachers. So for somebody looking for work, how do they start? I'm sure it's not easy.
But I'd say start by getting crystal clear on what you want your next job to be like. So I've created a framework that I use that's called the Dream Job Profile, and DREAM is an acronym, and D stands for development, R stands for relationships, E stands for environment. What kind of environment do you want to work in? And I think even right now, particularly as a woman who's re-entering the workforce, looking for organizations who are catering to inclusion, who will value and really affirm the diverse perspectives that you bring to the table. That's really important. The A is for acknowledgement. You want to make sure you're being recognized for the work you do. And M is everyone's favorite. That's for money. And so take the time to reflect on what you need to succeed in each of those categories so that you can have an intentional and organized job search process and go after jobs that you actually want.
Dorianne, are there certain industries where you think there is a growth opportunity right now, or where people might be looking more than they used to in the past?
Absolutely. So there are industries like tech, like healthcare, virtual education. These are all industries that are experiencing a boom because of how everything is shifting in our market right now.
And then just a question related to what Congresswoman Porter was bringing up. How, and I know, Congresswoman Porter, this is a point you've made, that because women have exited the workforce, how can they then explain that pandemic gap on their resume?
Keep it brief, right? So this to me is not the time to go into all of the nuances and situations that have arisen. So saying something like, I was laid off due to the pandemic, or because of the pandemic, I had to leave my job, that's enough.
Congresswoman Porter and Dorianne, it really was great having you both on the show today, and such important information and great advice.
We're living in uncertain times. It's tough to keep up with the latest medical headlines.
About the market, panicked about COVID.
And how do those headlines impact you and your family? On season 13 of The Doctors, we want to empower you physically.
If I met them at dance, they would meet me at medicine.
Man, I love that. Emotionally.
If I could change my thoughts, I can change my feelings.
And medically.
He doesn't have his mask up, which is not a good thing.
This is the million-dollar question, maybe the trillion-dollar question. This is so critical for people to hear. We're giving you the inside track on health and wellness so that you can get back to the life you deserve. It's time to take back your power. The Doctors, now more than ever. Premieres September 21st.